Okay, I got to breathe because I'm a little bit pissed off. And when I read this to you, I think you'll understand why. But I'm going to try to read it to you, a tweet from Piers Morgan. You probably remember Piers Morgan from CNN. I actually kind of, at times, really liked his stuff. I thought he was actually really good at it. I mean, there were some political views that he had that I certainly did not agree with, and he's kind of a Trump supporter, and that pisses me off. But it's not about that at all. So I kind of got mixed feelings about him. But I'm going to read you the tweet that he put out, and I'll try to read it to you in a neutral way so I don't sort of show off my bias. Here goes. Piers Morgan. I think it's time to change the language on mental health. That's good. Let's start using the phrase mental strength and teach our kids the power of resilience. Mental strength and the power of resilience. Now, think about that. What are you saying when you say that? You're saying, okay, well, mental strength implies that mental illness can be controlled by strength, and resilience means, you know, you got to be strong, and you got to be tough, and you got to put up an armor outside you to deflect all of these horrible mental health impulses. It's like, it's outrageous if you think about it. Think about what he said. Let's start using the phrase mental strength as opposed to mental health. Well, dude, it has nothing to do with strength. That is the stigma right there. That is something that people would have said in 1918 and 1818. And now in 2018, really, you talk about mental strength? Like mental illness is just a lack of strength? Like, I understand the idea of strength and applying it to a million different ways. And I understand the idea that when someone has cancer and they're fighting this cancer and they're battling it and all of the terrible side effects, you can say, man, they are showing real strength. And you can apply that to mental illness too. You can say someone is showing strength by how they battle. But to imply that the illness is based on a lack of strength, to imply that you need to teach your kids resilience, to somehow give them this toughness to prevent mental illness from touching them. That's just, you know, it's like, you know, he's a smart guy, but like what is more stupid than that? I mean, good for him for saying it, right? Like if someone's a racist, good for them for coming out and saying, you know, I don't like Jewish people, right? Hey, you know what? Then we can create debate. And this is the stigma. What does the stigma sound like? I always say how the stigma is, well, I've searched for ways to say it, and this week we came up with this really smart thing, which is
you didn't come up with it.
I said we. Yeah, someone said, well, the stigma is weak, not sick. And I thought, you thought, that's really good. Here's the stigma, though, in sort of non-hashtag terms. Hey, you know, we should start calling and using the phrase mental strength and teach our kids the power of resilience. That is the stigma. I got to write that down. I got to save that. I got to use that in my next speech. Piers Morgan, butt the fuck out, okay? If you have no idea, no concept about this, then don't talk about it. Because you know what? That damages people. And you know what, Piers Morgan? Someone that I'm not assuming that Piers Morgan is watching this. Pretty sure he's not. Someone you know is going to read that and is going to be buried deeper in the hole of the stigma because they will think that, you know what? Maybe I'm not resilient. Maybe I'm not strong. Shame on you for doing that. SickNotWeak.com, 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. You know why we're here, right? We're here for idiotic statements like that. Someone's got to refute them. Okay, I said it. I'm still mad a little bit. A little bit, tiny bit.